You're watching 90s Rock in 9 minutes. I'm Sam Bass. This is Ashley. And today we're going over Title of Record by Filter. Which, that's actually the title of the record. Title of record.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
Nope, actually, I really did not know that. And it's funny, if you look at the record, it just looks like a sticker or just like something really industrial.
It's like a filter on a auto parts store or something.
Oh, see, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's got the barcode right on the front. It's got all the song titles, and then just the album name is Title of Record. So I feel like it's kind of Warhol a little bit. This album came out on August 24th, 1999, and
One day for my birthday.
Is it?
August 23rd.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Now everyone knows my birthday.
Yeah, so we expect some presents. The big single from this album was called Take a Picture. And I remember in 1999, when I was in high school, I remember that coming out. And it was like, what? Like, I liked the song. But their first album had a song called Hey Man, Nice Shot. And it's like this really dark and brooding, heavy rock song. And then their follow-up is like Take a Picture. It's kind of like this acoustic, almost, ballad. I mean, they were on the radio with Sugar Ray and Third Eye Blind and stuff like that. So it was actually pretty much a smart move, I think, to like lighten their sound up. Because the early 90s was obviously heavier and darker. The later 90s was more poppy and acoustic. And,
Okay.
yeah.
I think it's a fine balance of knowing like what's trending, but also you have to, be original and have something unique that no one else has.
It's got to be genuine. And
it has to be genuine.
The singer wrote this song because he got trashed on a flight and, in an airplane. And he basically wound up stripping naked and flipping out. And then he woke up like that. And they were like, "Are you all right, buddy? Are you all right?" And so the lyrics are like, "Could you take my picture? Because I won't remember." It's just like he's wasted, Okay. And then when he's like, "I feel like a newborn," that's because he was buck naked on an airplane.
So next time you're a hot mess, just start writing.
Oh, that ain't happening again. My drinking days are over.
Well, it can be advice for anyone out there. Maybe it's working through it.
At least write one song about it. If you have your party days and it's just gone too far, just write the song about it and move on, is what I would say. That's what I'm doing. Was it the first time you heard Take a Picture? When you said you were shopping?
That's where they are saying, I feel like a newborn, yes. Yeah, I was just doing some thrift shopping for my sister because she just had her little baby. I was just buying newborn clothes, and I was like, this is like a new thing for me, and it was really special because it's my little sister's baby, and it was just an emotional moment for me. And then the song was playing, and I noticed it was saying, "I feel like a newborn," and I really connected in that moment, and it was really special.
That is sweet.
I just came home and I was like, "Do you know this song?" And I started singing that chorus, and you were like, "Oh my God, yes, Filter."
Yeah. She had no clue that song is not about a newborn at all. It's about getting trashed drunk, flipping out, stripping down naked,
like,
puking on everything.
Baby.
There's another song on here called The Best Things. Apparently that's about healthcare, about how we don't have any national healthcare. Because he's like, the best things in life aren't for free. The best things in life aren't for me. And that's one thing I've noticed about this guy, is these songs come from a really inspired place. And it's not what you'd expect from the guy. Richard Patrick, that's the singer of the band. He started out in Nine Inch Nails. Did you know that?
Yeah, I was a little aware of that, yeah.
And he was the guitar player for the live performance. Because Trent Reznor, he's a genius. He plays everything on the record. And then he creates a band for the live thing. And Richard Patrick, I heard that Richard Patrick met him in a music store. So how lucky is that? You meet him in a music store looking for a guitar or something, and you join 9 Inch Nails.
It's pretty cool.
Richard Patrick drops out of 9 Inch Nails right when they're about to come out with what became their huge classic, The Downward Spiral. And, you know, I mean, I've watched interviews, and it was kind of like, you know, he did that, but you obviously have to wonder, like, did I just screw up? Richard Patrick's, he has the unique distinction of being in two of my favorite bands, 9 Inch Nails and Filter.
Must just be a very talented man.
He is a very talented man, and speaking of...
He knows talent when he sees it, doesn't he?
Well, I don't know if it was him directly that replied, but I mean, obviously he's the leader of Filter. I actually did a review or a reaction video to their new song, For the Beaten.
Yeah, it's right here.
And I put that reaction out, and I meant what I said, and then we go back and look. Filter has left a comment in my comment section, and they were just real cool. Said, my reaction, that's the reason they make music. And you know what? Your reaction to my reaction is the reason that I keep reacting. So, thank you.
Well, I'm glad we can just all love and appreciate each other here. And
yeah,
that's what this space is for.
Yeah, this is a love space.
No hate.
0 hate. This album sold over 1 million copies, and it was a huge hit in the 90s. He would just get totally blotto, just wasted, and go in and record all of whatever he was saying, and then he'd go back sober and cherry pick that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're at a point in your life where you can do that, then it's a fun thing and an interesting thing to do. Yeah. Obviously, you can't keep doing that. So basically, Richard Patrick leaves 9 Inch Nails. He comes out with the first Filter album, which is called Short Bus. And yeah.
Oh no.
So, and then by the mid 90s, he's had his hit, and by the mid to late 90s, he actually had to, what I read was he had to put together a whole new band, because that first album he sort of just did it himself. And he, had all this success, and then at the end of that run, he's sitting back in the studio with nothing but a freaking plaque on the wall or something. Right. 1 million copies sold.
So he had to learn from Trent.
Yeah, so he had to learn from Trent, which, how can you not learn from Trent? And whatever the case, he had the money or the awards or whatever, and he had to start over from scratch. And he did, and he came up with an arguably even bigger hit. This album is my favorite Filter album. It's got world beat, it's got, digital, it's got, just raw rocking moments to it. It goes all over the place, just like me. Do yourself a huge, huge, huge favor and check out Filter's discography and be on the lookout because they're coming out with a new record. And as you've already seen, I reacted to it. I reacted positively to it. And they reacted positively to me reacting positively. So I can only imagine how they're going to react to me reacting to their reaction. You've been watching 90s Rock in 9 Minutes. I'm Sam Bass. This is Ashley. And be sure to
like and subscribe. Comment. Thanks. That's hot. Slipping.
Especially if you're Filter. I want to know what you think of this.